to say. So when these comments were brought to the table of Rasheed Wallace's show, they played it for him. And then after they played the comments, Bonzi Wells is like, JJ Redick ain't nothing but a big ass joker. So for those of you who didn't hear what they had to say, want to play what they had to say for you now, and then we'll come back and react to this comment. Take a listen to that there.
JJ Redick played too much.
What? Your thoughts?
Because that's not reality. It wasn't 90 new players that you just found off the street that came into the league. They had an expansion draft, am I right? They was drafting dudes.
I think it was 3 expansion drafts.
Yeah, they drafted people off the team. The dudes that was already in the team. So it wasn't like they would just be like,
playing on there.
They're like, hey, camera guy, you want to play? You want to play tonight? Call some of your homies.
Be a Charlotte Hornet.
hey, cheerleaders, you got a boyfriend? See if he can come play. Like, they wasn't doing that. It wasn't like that. So I mean, I don't know what he's talking about, but I mean, it's easy to say Bron is that guy because you're seeing him right now. But the people who didn't really get a chance to really see Mike, like I'm from Indiana and WGN was local. I don't know if it was local for you guys, but I caught all the Bulls games, and that man right there was exceptional, like better than everybody. The stuff that he do, and like I said before, he has no advantage. He's not bigger. If you ever seen Mike is skinny, 6'6". He got some cuts on him a little bit, but he probably 210.
Wasn't no bulky.
He wasn't no bulky dude. He wasn't. Right. He didn't have no physical advantage. It was skill. You know what I'm saying? Bron's 6'9", 250. He's a freight train coming down there. You bumping the Bron, you like, God. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but Jordan more athletic than the average 6'6".
No, fact. Like him and Kobe had more game. You know what I'm saying?
More skill set.
More skill set. No disrespect to Bron because we love Bron and everything he's done for the game and how he plays because he's awesome. But them two didn't have no physical advantages, man. Them dudes had skill sets. They was hitting real buckets. Like, they had to really create some space. They had to really manipulate some stuff, create angles for themselves. Bron see you there, he's just going right through you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to try to get around you.
I mean, why? If that's working, why would I not?
I'm just saying, though.
Yeah, but that's his physical
skill set. That's his physical advantage because now he can just go bully you, hit the layup. These guys didn't have no bully to their game. They had skill set to their game. I'm not saying Bron don't have a skill set.
Right.
Their stuff was, man, y'all just don't understand. Until y'all got a chance to play against them dudes, you don't really I played against all three, and Sheed has too. It's no comparison in my mind because them dudes was, man, like I said, I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't eat at night knowing I had to play them tomorrow. Man, like we said, like, bro, man, I ain't going out tonight, man. I'll see y'all later on. I'm in the room, man.
So you heard what they had to say in response to JJ Redick. JJ Redick, I believe, is part of the we're done with the 90s crew. Listen, here's what's happened. Prior to the last 3 years, we all agreed that the 90s was a golden era of basketball. We all agree with this, right? That's when they had the highest ratings. Most people were interested in the sports in terms of them tuning in. Jordan was taking over the world, it essentially seemed. So what essentially happened was they didn't try to have a GOAT debate because they needed it for ratings, and they now went into this LeBron. They started that around 2016, 17. And in the midst of all of that, what they discovered was, wait a minute, we can't convince people of this thing of it really being a real debate. And when the Last Dance docuseries came out in 2020, they took a poll, even by ESPN, 70% of the people said Jordan is the GOAT, even after watching LeBron play now. Just after watching that 10-part docuseries, they were like, nah, he the GOAT. So they were like, okay, damn, that didn't work. So Clutch Sports and these guys, they sat down together and like, you know what? We've had people in media. We've had Nick Wright. We have Shannon Sharp in our pockets. We have Kendrick Perkins in some way. Gilbert Arenas somehow affiliated with him. I know that because Rich Paul, I saw he was acting. Dude, when Rich Paul came on the show, you would have thought it was the CEO of the show. I'm like, what's going on here? Ask the guy questions, push back on some of what he said. They were just sitting there listening to him. Like, I'm like, did the Oracle just walk in? So they said, okay, we're going to get these guys in media to argue on the behalf of LeBron. And that wasn't really working. So then they said, okay, you know what? Let's try something new. Since we can't diminish Jordan because they now tried to say winning rings, ring culture is toxic, all of that stuff. Because they can't do it now, all of a sudden it's toxic. When they were setting out to do it, they needed to do it. But now all of a sudden it's toxic. Then they said, okay, let's try something new. Since we can't diminish Jordan as a player, let's try to diminish his era. Let's try to diminish his era. And this is the new one that they're on now. This is the new campaign that they're on. But it's really not convincing anybody because the only people that are actually subscribing to it are LeBron fans. Other NBA fans don't agree with none of this.